So it's wintertime, and I'm trying to find motivation. It's cold and dark and wet. So I got my project vehicle I need to get out and work on. Man, it's so hard. But this year I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hunker down in the garage. I'm gonna take the next 6 months. I'm gonna work on my project vehicle. Get it ready for the summer. Take it out and go camping. And what is my project vehicle? Well, let me show you. It's a 1978 Volkswagen Campmobile. Well, after an injury that kept me out of the garage for the 6 months, um, I'm at it. And why did I pick a Volkswagen bus? Well, it started in 1986 or so. My dad bought a 1970 seven-passenger transporter. I learned to drive stick on it, and me and my brother used to terrorize the neighborhoods with it. I have a lot of fond memories of a Volkswagen bus. Love them. Oh, and this is it. The very one. As you can see, it's still in the family. Still on my father's land. Seen better days, but look at that sweet, sweet patina. This is a German spec, probably brought over by a service member sometime in the 70s or 80s. But it hasn't been on the road since 1997, according to those registration tabs. But one day I'd like to get it back on the road. On to my bus at hand. I've had this bus for over 11 years, taken a lot of trips in it, a lot of camping trips. A lot of good memories have been made in this bus now. And it's mechanically it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's pretty much bone stock. When I bought it, the transmission was replaced at some point. It had a 3-rib transmission when I bought it. I took that out and put a 6-rib in it. But other than that, and as you can see, if you got good eyes, you can see that those are Vanagon seats. I did change out the seats for Vanagon seats. The other ones need to be rebuilt, which will be a project. But other than that, it's pretty stock. Anything that is not stock can be put back to stock very easily. But this is the issue at hand right now, is this dash. Someone cut it up to put in a larger radio, and I want to put in a new dash for it, a donor dash. So that's what the project's going to be starting out right now. I've got the windshield out also, obviously. That's because the windshield was cracked and pitted and had a lot of abrasion on it. But I could barely even see out of it. Also going to take care of this rust here. Gonna take it to a shop for that. I don't have a welder, and I've never welded anything, and I'm not going to start practicing on my bus. So I'm going to take it to a shop and help out a local Volkswagen shop. Here's some stickers. Got to have stickers. That's places it's been. But there's another thing that's been changed out. Those are sliding windows instead of the Jalousie, or however you say it, windows. Which I like the look of the Jalousie windows. They look stock, but I don't like the use of them. So yeah, you can see the big cut there in the middle of the dash. That's why I'm going to replace it. And going to take out the ashtray. Start with the easy stuff, right? And go through these. Let's see what I got here. Yep, just these damn Nepalese coins. Let's see. See if there's anything else in here interesting. Oh yeah, look at this. Got Meghan Merkel. All right, let's get to work. So just looking at everything because I don't know what I'm doing. I like to check it over once or twice, see what I've got going on. So I've already got the headlight switch taken out and the emergency flasher switch out. So now I just need to take out the rear defroster switch. Gotta get some tools. Need some tools. So there's only 6 screws and 2 bolts to take out the dash. Once the top part is off and you got everything out, the instrument cluster and these switches. 6 Phillips head screws, and then two bolts underneath the steering wheel brace, which will require this. And that's it really. And nothing's really connected to the dash. It's just the instrument cluster is screwed into it, and but you could, if you didn't want to remove the instrument cluster out of the bus, you could leave all the wires connected to it and disconnect the the switches there, the headlight, emergency flasher, and the rear defogger, and the dash will come out. There's no other wires other than grounds connected to it. I think there is one wire that goes to the parking brake, but I'm not even sure you need to disconnect that to take the dash out. Anyway, it's just a pretty simple job, but one of the videos that I'll plan on making is cleaning up the other dash and putting it together and then putting it in. So I'll go over the reassembly of it. And this is it. I was just checking it out to see if there was more I need to do, and there wasn't, just those 2 screws. Another little item I want to take care of is the fuse panel you see dangling there behind the steering wheel column. It was never connected when I bought the bus, so I want to get that put back up in place. I'll go into that a little bit more later on. This here is the outlet addition that a previous owner put in, and I really enjoy it. I just don't like where it's mounted. I don't like how it's mounted. I should say I like where it's mounted. I don't like how it's mounted. I don't want to drill into my new dash to put this back on. So I'm gonna find another place to put it. Comes in real handy to charge your phone, and I also use a GPS when I'm driving on my trips. My speedometer is off by about 10 miles an hour. So I like to know exactly what I'm doing, and I like to use my GPS to keep track of how far I've gone, and elevation's always nice to see too. So I got one half of the dash out, and then I'll move over to the other side. And there's like a little plate that covers the dash in there, and I'm just putting it back on so I don't lose it, because I do lose it. I will lose it if I don't put it back where it goes. I think I'm just setting up light so I can see better here. But yeah, I plan on just doing little odds and ends on the bus on this channel, if this becomes a channel. I'm not a YouTuber, I'm not an influencer, so we'll see. There's the plate, putting it back up. And the dash is out now. And without a windshield, it comes right out. Makes it so nice. So the next bit, I'm going to be looking at the wires and seeing which wires I need to relabel. I bought a label maker to make it easy to put it back together. I'll see if that will work when I go to put this back together. I did eventually disconnect all those wires from the switches. And clean up the switches a little bit. But I'm probably just trying to get some motivation for what I'm going to do next. I don't know what I'm going to do, so just cleaning things up and looking around. Another big thing I want to do is fix the windshield wiper motor. The mechanism ran out of grease, so if anyone knows a proper grease to put in the windshield wiper mechanism, please let me know. I'll probably have it all put back together before someone says anything. I doubt anyone's going to watch this, but in hopes that someone does, please let me know. So that's the climate control modulator. I've already replaced 2 of the cables. When I got the bus, none of the cables worked. Nothing worked. 2 of the cables, those 2 that I'm messing with there, were broken. I had to use my truck and connect them to the hitch and chock the wheels on the bus and just pull them out of the tubes that they run in back to the heater boxes. They were just so frozen in there. Dirt and dust had just caked in there. So I had to use another vehicle to pull them out. And then once I cleaned them out and put these in, they slid right in. And this gets me defrost up to the windshield, which is needed. That's the other cable that's broken. I've got it on order in the mail. Should be here any day. Should have been here already, but it takes a while to get here, I guess. Um, and then if you're ever going to mess with live wires, ensure that your battery is still connected. No, disconnect the battery. That's it. Disconnect the battery so you don't get sparks like that. That wire that sparked was to the silver socket, which is this in a auxiliary power. All it did was blow the fuse to it, and that's it. So one of the other issues I got to take care of there, I am looking. What did I just mess up? But I would need to replace that wire. The insulation's coming off, so I got to replace that. That's one of the other little things I want to do while the dasher's out. And I'm second guessing my choice of doing this, but it's too late now. Got to do it. So I'm just checking it all out. See what I'm going to do next. Got to get that motivation. You can see the bracket there barely. You'll see it in a minute because I'm going to mess with it. That held the fuse panel, the fuse box onto the firewall. I want to mess with it here in just a second. Wish I hadn't. So originally it popped off, the welding or whatever held it on popped off, and then I glued it on and I just broke it off, testing it to see how strong it was. It was plenty strong for what it needed to be, but stupid me pulled on it. Had to test it. Well, now I need to re-glue it back up there. I had some JB Weld 2-part epoxy that I used on it, and it worked really good. So it was not hard to clean off either. Didn't use anything but a little screwdriver, and I think I put like a little plastic tool that I used to break off all the epoxy that was on the firewall and the bracket. So I'm gonna glue it back up there. But I gotta replace the windshield wiper water hoses there. They're all dry rotted. I filled it up one time and it just sprayed water all inside. So there I am trying to get it out of the way. That's the connector for the windshield wiper motor. I'm just looking at these because what else am I going to do? I don't know what I'm doing. I do disconnect this because it doesn't need to be there. I need to put grease in that, so I'm sure the same grease that goes through the windshield wiper motor or windshield wiper mechanism needs to go in this grease, or needs to go into this. And so I need to get the proper grease for that. Here I am going to make a label for something that I forgot. Oh, I think it's the there's a little switch that goes on there. Little light goes to the backlight for the defrost switch. It's kind of weird. It makes no sense. The little to me anyway. I'm sure some of you smarter guys, the emblem on the dash that tells you're defrosting, I guess, is it lights up in the back, and that's what that wire goes to. But it's just weird the way they have that on there, the little switch, because that's all that really does. I mean, it does let some heat go into the cab, but most of the heat goes up to the windshield to defrost the windshield or thaw out the windshield. That is a fresh air inlet right there. That's that little rod just opens up the flap on the front in between the turn signals on my bus to let fresh air in to the vents. Other than that, that's it. I've got 2 cables that are broken that I need to replace, and then I'll have all my climate control sorted out. Yeah, we'll see how well that label making pays off in the end. The only thing I'm worried about are these wires just so old and brittle that by trying to straighten them out, they're going to start breaking inside. I'm gonna have all kind of wiring issues. I hope that isn't the case, but we'll see. And then when you don't know what else to do, you just clean. You just do little odd and end things. because I do a lot of that. So again, about this channel is just going to be about if it does become a channel, is just going to be me doing little odds and ends on my bus, fixing little things. Maybe I'll take it camping, do some videos of that. But we'll see. I've got plenty of little things to work on. I want to redo the seats, which that will be later, probably next winter. That's going to be a big project. I want to change out the steering box. I have a donor steering box. My dad had another '78 bus sitting out in his land. I went and got a steering box out of that. That's got to be better than mine. Mine is just sloppy. So I'm going to change out the steering box. The windshield wiper mechanism needs to be greased and put back in. I'm going to clean up the top of the dash and paint it. Get the windshield put in. Get all that welded up. Of course, I won't be doing that. Shop will be doing that. And then there's some laminate that I want to work on. I want to redo some laminate in the back. I'm going to go over the brakes, although I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I also might put new rotors on the front. I already have the rotors. I've had them for years. I just never got around to putting them on. I didn't think I needed to, so I probably will this year. And that might be something I make a video of. And again, if you're running out of motivation, you just start cleaning something. That's what I do. So I'm just cleaning up the old grease from the windshield wiper mechanism. Another issue is those clips, those clamps on the end of the wire there for the spade and plug. I really hate those cheap connectors. So I have the proper plug and crimper. I'll do a quick little thing on that on one of my videos when I start to do that. So the next video I plan on doing is the dash. I've already started cleaning it, making some video of it. So I'll do that. I hope you guys enjoy this. I don't know if anyone's going to see it. I hope someone does watch it and they get motivated. I got motivated by watching other people on YouTube, so I'm hoping that maybe I can motivate some other guys to get out there and work on their vehicles. It's really hard when you get a full-time job and kids that, you got to take them to different sporting events, different school events. So it gets harder as you get older, but, just got to make it work. And other YouTubers have motivated me, so hopefully I can help others get motivated to work on theirs. And hopefully enjoy looking at an old bus get worked on. I know there's some YouTube channels out there where guys are really restoring their bus, but I'm not restoring this. This is just basically keeping it going and improving little things as I go. There's not a whole lot I need to do to it. All the scrapes and dents and stuff are going to stay. So I hope you enjoy the video, and thanks for watching.